But let's move on to the final topic of the night. Carl Nassib coming out as the first actively gay man in the NFL. And I think, I think it was a big shock to some people, but hopefully we're going to be getting to this moment where it won't be a shock to people. People will just be able to live their life. And I want to give big a shout out to Carl Nassib for having the courage to just come out and to say it and to make a video and to honestly donate all that money to the Jacob Project. And he's putting his face to a good cause, to help a good cause. And man, Carl, we love you. And I think you're doing such great things. But man, yeah, what do you think, Pat, of Carl Nassib coming out?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, it takes guts to do something like that. He's a celebrity, being a professional football player. So anytime any athlete does this, but especially, it's great for anybody to do this. But in a male-dominated sport like football, Brennan, you've coached a lot of football. You played football. I played high school football. As much as I love football. I think it's an amazing sport. I learned so much on the football field, but we still have a way to go when it comes to these types of issues in a football locker room. I think we're making a lot of progress. But to have a guy like this, I think a lot of people remember when Michael Sam came out, for the draft, and people already knew, before he was drafted that he came out as gay. And then, but the thing is, Michael Sam wasn't that good of a player. I know he was a good college player, but a lot of the scouts didn't think he was going to be very good in the NFL. He gets drafted by the Rams, and now all of a sudden there's all this pressure on him. Some people are saying he just got drafted because of his personal life and who that he came out as gay, and the Rams did it just to get this to have good publicity essentially, which is unfortunate because it's too bad he couldn't just come into the NFL and try to make a roster, but it just didn't happen for him. Carl Nassib is a really good player. I think he was a second-round pick with the Bengals. He was either second or third-round pick. Good defensive lineman, good pass rusher. Some people who watch Hard Knocks might remember the Bengals season where he was actually showing guys how to save their money and how 10 years down the road, if you just leave $1 million in the bank, 10 years of interest, and you've got, however many $1 million later. I mean, just a smart guy, but was charismatic on that show. And just to see a guy like that come out and bring that, just to be have that kind of courage to do this, it's going to help kids, who are struggling with stuff like this. And maybe some other NFL players. I'm sure there's other guys in the league that just haven't come out yet. And I think that this is a huge step for a lot of the guys in the league to come forward.
Yeah, no, I think it is. I think it's a huge step, I think, for the NFL and for all professional sports. And, a couple of people were like asking me, being like, who's Carl Nassib? And I commented back to them being like, clearly you don't watch the NFL enough, because I've always been a Carl Nassib fan since he got drafted. The guy is a great player, man. So for this to come out, I support him, and I'm even a bigger fan now. And I think a lot of other people, he's had the #1 selling jersey in the NFL since he made this announcement. And so a lot of people are showing him that support. And because not only is he a great player, he's a great face for the NFL. He's a great face for this movement. So I think, Carl, cheers to you, Carl, for doing this. Like you said, it takes a lot of guts to be able to come out and do it. And he just said, he wants to live his life. And I think, like I said, we've got to get to that point where people can just live their life. And this isn't a big deal, man. Let the guy be happy and live his life. And I've been telling people, if you have anything to say about this, anything especially that's negative, you're just full of hate. You're just full of hate, and you just got to stop. Take a look back, man. Let the man live his life and enjoy his life. And who cares who he loves? He's a great football player. I would love to have him on the Patriots, man. And like you said, on top of being a great football player, he's just a great human being and a great teammate. I'm glad you brought up that Hard Knocks moment, because he was trying to help his teammates out to be like, here's how you can take your money and make more money by doing this, saving stocks and bonds.
By doing nothing, leaving it alone.
Exactly, by doing absolutely nothing. Most people, they might be up there breaking down X's and O's, or maybe telling a rookie, hey, rookie, you did this wrong. Carl Nassib's up there saying, hey, here's how you're going to take your $1 million contract. You're going to turn it into $2 million, and you're going to live a much better life. So I think Carl Nassib is the man. Like I said, I have always been a fan of Carl Nassib way before this, because he's always been a great guy, great football player. But now I'm even more of a bigger fan, and I've got more support for you, Carl. So cheers to you, Carl Nassib. Thanks for coming out and doing this. And I can't wait to see you watching to do more on the football field this fall for the Las Vegas Raiders, man. But yeah, Carl Nassib, huge shout out to you on this show. If you ever want to come on, we got a slot for you, definitely.
Yeah, I think producer Ben Kudo actually has the audio of Carl Nassib's message to everybody. So I think we're actually going to take a listen to that right now.
What's up, people? I'm Carl Nassib. I'm at my house here in Westchester, Pennsylvania. Just want to take a quick moment to say that I'm gay. I've been meaning to do this for a while now, but I finally feel comfortable enough to get it off my chest. I really have the best life. I got the best family, friends, and job a guy could ask for. I'm a pretty private person, so I hope you guys know that I'm really not doing this for attention. I just think that representation and visibility are so important. I actually hope that like one day videos like this and the whole coming out process are just not necessary. But until then, you know, I'm going to do my best and do my part to cultivate a culture that's accepting, that's compassionate. And I'm going to start by donating $100,000 to the Trevor Project. They're an incredible organization. They're the #1 suicide prevention service for LGBTQ youth in America. And they're truly doing incredible things. And I'm very excited to be a part of it, to help in any way that I can. And I'm really pumped to see what the future holds. That's all I have for you guys. I hope you have a great day. Work hard. What's up, people? I'm Carl Nassib. I'm at my house here in Westchester, Pennsylvania.
So there you have it, Carl Nassib. You know, coming out as gay, and it's got to be so hard for a guy like that to do that. But a lot of courage out of that guy. And again, I think we hope that there's got to be other guys in the NFL that are struggling with this right now. Maybe Nassib is now helping those guys come forward. And I'm sure there's kids out there who are gay who are saying, if I'm gay, can I play football? Is it okay to play football? Now you know it is, because this guy is a great football player on top of everything else that he's doing with his life. So congratulations to Carl Nassib. He's going to change a lot of lives by doing this. So, folks, that's going to do it for our 10 sports topics this week on Comeback Sports. Again, if you look at the bottom of our screen as I swat this fly away in my room, this is our call-in number right here. If you want to call in during the show, by all means, bring up a sports topic. Let us know what you want to talk about, whether it's one of the topics we're discussing on the show or another sports topic that you want to bring up. By all means, give us a call on the show. You can also leave us a voicemail at that number and leave us a question, leave us a topic, give us a comment. If you don't like what we're doing, leave us a topic or comment on that as well. We're happy to listen to it. Also, you can follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handles are at the bottom of the screen, both myself and Coach Perry. And also on YouTube, make sure you give us a subscribe. Comeback Sports, subscribe to that channel on YouTube. A lot of good stuff coming out here. Our producer Ben Kudo does a fantastic job cutting up each segment, so they'll be broken down for you on that YouTube channel. They'll be fed right to your subscription page, so make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. I am Pat the Shot Caller Flaherty. Thanks again to my co-host Brandon and Coach Perry and our producer Ben Kudo. We will see you next time here on Comeback Sports. Have a good night, everybody.
Waiting to hear from you, Max Verstappen fans. And LSU, you better check that bank account. It's drying up. Dame time, baby. Dame time.